Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, Conquer College Admissions. I'm pretty sure you clicked on this video because you want to learn all about how to get accepted into your dream Ivy League school. You're in the right place. I'm going to share 5 high-level strategies with you today, so stay tuned and let's go ahead and get started. And if you are new to my channel, welcome. My name is Julie Kim and I attended UCLA, then transferred to USC Marshall School of Business, then continued my graduate studies at Harvard University. Now I help mentor and guide high school students to get accepted into their dream colleges. If this is your first time seeing my videos, be sure to click on the subscribe button so that you will be notified when I release new videos every week. So here's what is going on in the college admissions industry. Every year, the acceptance rate is going down. And as you can see from the chart that I'm showing you, you see that so many students apply to Ivy Leagues, yet so little get accepted. And the reason is because obviously more students can apply with ease with common application, coalition application. There's just more accessibility when it comes to applying. And it's not just the Ivy Leagues. As you can see from the chart here, even USC, which is not an Ivy League school, they've hit another low of 13% in 2018 compared to 16% the year before. That's a 3% drop from the previous year. And this is an article from Business Insider showing that even with the best GPA and the best SAT scores, it's still hard to get accepted into these Ivy League schools. High-level strategy number 1 is identifying your theme. A lot of students make the mistake of doing a lot of different activities like coding camp, summer camp, just different types of camps and really hoping for the best. But as you know, a really good story, a movie, everything that is awesome has a theme, a central theme. And so you need that for your application as well. So how do you identify your theme? I created a system called SIPP. S stands for strength, I stands for interest, P stands for passion, and the last P stands for personality. You want to identify what your strength is, what you're currently interested in, and what is it that you're truly passionate about, and what is your personality like. For instance, some students have a very outgoing personality. They love talking in front of other people. They love socializing and networking. So use that to your advantage. I was recently reading a Harvard magazine and how the current Harvard senior, Catherine Zhang, was talking about how she got accepted into Harvard and etc. And she didn't have the best GPA. She had a couple of Bs and her SAT scores weren't perfect either. She was also coming from a really large public school. And she was also Asian. And so given all those factors, they're asking, how did you get accepted into Harvard? What is it that you did differently? And she said, I just wanted to be an individual. I wanted to be proud of who I was. And I would do things because they sparked my curiosity. I would, out of all the students in my senior class, I wanted to be me. And so identifying your strength, interest, passion, and your personality is going to ground you. And it's going to give you more clarity as to what activities or what engagements would interest you, right? So gain clarity on that SIPP, and from there, you're going to create your theme for your college application. And for those of you who are wondering, well, what is the difference between interest and passion? Are they sort of like the same thing? Which one's better? So to give you a clarification on that, interest is something that you like doing or you enjoy doing, but once that accumulates over time and once you expose yourself to that interest, in different ways, then that gradually becomes your passion. A lot of people talk about passion in the sense that you just find it or it's already there. Some people, it's really easy and quick. Whereas in others, it could be hard. So if you don't have your passion yet, don't say, oh, I'm not a passionate person, because that's not true. Everyone, including you, is born with a special gift. So you really have to look for that. You can't just sit around in your room and say, when is my passion going to come find me? It's the other way around. So if you're not passionate about anything yet, or you think you're not a passionate person to begin with, explore your interests as much as possible. A perfect example that I always use is Julia Child. Julia Child is the frontier and a cook and a chef and an author who really brought French cuisine to the United States. And for her, she didn't think that she was going to be the person who was passionate about French food and having her own TV show and her book. It just gradually accumulated because she started exploring her interest, which was food. My high-level strategy number 2 is to create a contrast. A lot of students think, okay, if I'm interested in math, then I have to do all math. If I'm interested in comp sci, I have to do all comp sci related activities. Yes, that's true to a certain extent, but if you are aiming for Ivy Leagues, you really want to create something that's a bit of a surprise for the college admission officer. So I have a student who she would focus on both the biological sciences, but she also loved jazz. And so she really took advantage of all the extracurricular activities that align with those two areas. People think, well, I just need to focus on my academics. I need to do research. I need to do internship and all of that. While that it is true, you still want to show a human side of who you are, right? So if you love jazz, you could take classes related to jazz, jazz history, perform at a senior center. You could do so many things with what you love, even though it's not so academic. So for instance, a lot of people write about comp sci and entrepreneurship together. Back in the days, well, when I mean back in the days, even when I was applying, which was 10 years ago, people would still, when we talk about entrepreneurship and the comp sci together, it was like a really like surprising thing. But you know that that's not true anymore because so many people are coding and turning into a game and running a small business and etc. And so, that it's okay if you still have both of those together, but just want you to make sure that what you have in your resume is something that you love and but it still provides some sort of a contrast. High level strategy number 3 is create a great story, not a good list. So what I mean by this is when students are writing their essays and filling out their applications, or even as a freshman sophomore year when they're trying to plan out, okay, what do I need to do so that I get accepted, people always focus on quantity. How many hours do I need to volunteer? How many activities should I join? How many clubs should I join? But the question is not about how many, it's really about what's important to me and how do I want to navigate this journey of mine. So great story means that you were probably lost in the beginning, you didn't really know what you wanted to do, but you tried A, B, and C and had an aha moment, and how that aha moment took you to even more opportunities that are bigger and just much more in depth, right? And so you want it to be a story, not just a list that you accumulate over the 4 years, right? Again, it goes back to when you watch a movie, when you read a good book. It's not about the list, it's not about the quantity that we're amazed by. We're actually fascinated and moved emotionally because it is a great story. I always refer back to, figures like Michelle Obama, Oprah Winfrey, those who had to deal with a lot of obstacles, but they came through it, they persisted, and now they are known for their courage, right? And to give you an example, like for me, I immigrated to America when I was really young. My parents were really busy. I really didn't have time to find my interest and passion. Went to UCLA, dropped out, then went to USC, went to Harvard, right? There's a story that really guides my life's journey thus far. For you, what is that? Something for you to think about so that your application becomes a story. My fourth high level strategy is for you to start a passion project. So, all of my students who are enrolled in my one on one college consulting program, everyone is working on a passion project. So, what is that? It really shows how you are linking your interest or passion to a product or a service or a nonprofit or even a book or anything. You could create anything you want, right? So you want to be able to connect these two together to really show the colleges that, you don't settle for what's comfortable. You go out there and create. You go out there and experience. You go out there and make an impact. So passion project literally means that you have to be passionate about it to do it. A lot of students make the mistake of saying, "Oh, Julie, should I create this nonprofit because I think this is going to help me stand out?" Then I know that that's a red flag. I'm going to say, "I'm sorry, but that's not how it works." It's not about whether you stand out or not. It's about you exercising what you love and making that come alive. A lot of high school students think, "Julie, I'm only in high school. I cannot make a difference. I cannot make an impact." But let me tell you, the students who got accepted into their dream colleges were able to do so because they believed in themselves. They knew that what they did could impact others. It really goes to show that you don't just stay home and think, wow, like what can I do? I'm not passionate enough, but you actually create something. And this process itself shows so much about your personality, your character, your values, that you're courageous, that you're fearless. Even if you don't do really well in your first passion project, that you don't give up and you persist. So it's another opportunity for you to demonstrate your qualities and your personality. The last high-level strategy I have for you is actually something that I want you to do right now. And that is for you to select an Ivy League that you really want to go to and list out 3 specific examples as to why you think you are a great fit for this school. Now, I don't want you to just say, oh, reason number 1 is because it's an Ivy League school. Reason number 2 is because there are a lot of renowned professors. None of that. That's so general. You cannot say that that's your reason why you want to get accepted. If you want to go to UPenn Wharton, tell me why. How are you going to take advantage of the business program that they have? Why is it a good fit for you? If you were to get accepted, what would you do? What would you do there? What would you study? What classes would you take? Who would you work with? Who would you want to talk to? Be passionate and specific about your reasons and list 3 of them out. And if you want to share them in the comment section below, go ahead and do so, because you really want to share your reasons with everyone else. And I'll go ahead and take a look at them as well if you do go ahead and post them in the comment section. List it out, because that's going to give you the clarity and the purpose and the motivation you need to get accepted into the Ivy League school. And the Ivy League college admission officers are going to appreciate you doing that too, because think about it, so many people just apply because it is a good school, because it is a prestigious school, because it is a popular school. So this really gives you an opportunity to analyze your fit with the school. And that's a way to get closer to your dream Ivy League school. And that's it, you guys. Those are my 5 high-level strategies to get accepted into your dream Ivy League school. And if you need further support and gaining clarity on, yeah, what is a good fit for me? What is my strength? What is my interest? What is my personality? Go ahead and book a free 45-minute strategy session. The link will be in the description box. And once you get to the application, you'll fill it out and we could have a call, getting to know each other and really see if I will be able to help you out with this journey or not. If you just want to get a bigger picture of how to get accepted into an Ivy League school, I'm also hosting a free workshop this coming Thursday. And so if you want to register for that, the link will also be down below. And this is a webinar where I'll have PowerPoint slides up and I'll share all the case studies with you for my students as well. And we also have a Facebook group, Conquer College Admissions. It's the same name as this YouTube channel, where we have hundreds of members, students and parents in there, where we ask questions, we get support. I also do Facebook Lives every day in there. Make sure to join the group if you're interested. And lastly, we have a podcast, Demystifying College Admissions. There, I invite admission experts, guests, just anyone who is going to give you full of inspiration and motivation. So go ahead and check that out. You could just subscribe on the iTunes account and you should be getting new episodes every week. So we have tons of free resources for you to help you navigate the college admissions journey without feeling overwhelmed and instead feeling purposeful, motivated, and driven. I'll talk to you guys soon. Have a great rest of your day. Bye.